Ambassador Goel, I'm going to come to you, and I'm going to start, breaking apart what Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, had to say en route to Ramstein. He says that, the other thing I would say is that tomorrow the President will be meeting Prime Minister Modi, and it will be an opportunity to follow up on Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States. Couple of things here, Ambassador Goel. Do pay a little bit of an attention. It says, we will see meaningful progress on a number of issues, including the General Electric jet engine issue and the MQ-9 Reapers. Let's just, put a pause there. Let's talk about the defense deal, the defense ties. In terms of, complete air superiority, how Russia has been attacking these MQ-9 Reaper drones elsewhere as well. What is going to be the benefit of MQ-9 Reaper drones in India's own fleet and General Electric jet engine, the technology that is going to be transferred? How is that going to help our own Indian-made, light combat aircraft? So a little bit of a light on that. Will it be possible for you to throw some light on that, sir?
Not too much really, because first of all, even if I knew more, I wouldn't be allowed to say it on television. But the point really here is that I really don't know very much more than what the media has reported. But I am very often in conversation with the people in the industry, and to really, important thing really is that the two politicians agreeing on certain deal is one thing, but how the deal translates into actual action on ground is another thing. Now, it's a great thing that President Biden and the American industry have agreed to transfer technology, and they agreed to manufacture these engines and the components, some of the components, about 9%. We want 15%, but that's a matter of the detail in India. I'm told that it is not simply just manufacturing a component here. The precision that is required in making all these things is a very high degree and very high technology thing. Technology, high-level technologies, are simply not like a tree that you uproot it from one place and plant it in another country. Even the tree takes time. Even the tree requires the right kind of soil, the right kind of nurturing. So the technology will require a bit of hand-holding, time till actually our people become comfortable with making those components. Now, if the USA agrees to really do all that with us, that's a super thing. That's a great thing, because that would basically mean acquiring a certain kind of independence, autonomy, what you call Atmanirbhar Bharat to some extent within India. And that is to really be truly defense autonomous. Capacity to make defense equipment and components within your country is important. You cannot make everything, but if you have a reliable partnership, it's very, very useful.
Ambassador Vora, would you like to come in here? Because, for the larger multitude, the MQ-9 Reaper drone deal was something that was done and dusted in the United States now, wasn't it? What kind of issues are we trying to iron out now? I know we're looking for some maintenance, a maintenance HQ in India or somewhere, near the Indian mainland, so that our own people can go and start working in those workshops. But what else apart from that? What are the issues that we're essentially looking to iron out?
Well, there are American regulations, American rules, American laws that govern such deals. But at this point of time, with an administration and a Congress that is totally favorably inclined to India, these will be sorted out. So you might recall that it was in the middle of June 2023 that the National Security Advisors met in New Delhi and identified, along with industry from both sides was represented, certain key sectors in critical and emerging technologies, what we call CET, for cooperation, such as space, artificial intelligence, telecommunications, defense, semiconductor. The speed at which this is being done is unprecedented. And I believe this is because America understands that India cannot be bullied. And if she's denied something she wants, Bharat will find an alternative, as has been demonstrated so often in the past. So some far-sighted leaders in the US, including President Biden, Jake Sullivan, and others, they are willing to take a long-term bet on the US's partnership with India. They understand that in the brave new world, whose contours are just emerging, India will be a paramount player. They want India on their side. So this GE F-14 engine deal, for example, that Ambassador Goel referred to so eloquently, this is a huge step. The first time that such proprietary technology is being given by the USA to any country. Let me also tell you, sir, during the 2020 Galwan clash, I was in the US, as I come here twice in a year. Most American commentators on global affairs marveled at India's ability to push the Chinese back. I believe that was an inflection point. They said, listen, guys, these fellows have an army, that is referring to Bharat, that can thrash the Chinese. Let's take a look at them again. Now, these are inflection points. What Robert Merton, my teacher when I was in the US many years ago, used to talk about the law of unintended consequences. The Chinese thought they'd browbeat us, but the unintended consequence was that the PLA was exposed as a paper tiger. And the world realized that India has the strength to thrash these guys and push them back. That again changed the perception. So you have all this SOFA, MOFA, all these agreements in defense and so on. Right. The reality is that what underlies the new India-America relationship is trust, is 100% trust factor.